today on Divorce Court.
Lionel goes out all night and doesn't come home till the morning, and I don't feel like he's there for me.
I feel I've given so much to this woman in my family, yet she still doesn't show me any respect, and I'd be damned if I'm not the king of my castle.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know where he is or who he's with, so I'm not gonna sleep with a man that I can't trust.
You know, this world is a really hard place, you know, and I just want peace. And if I can't have peace in our home, then I will take care of my kids and find somewhere else to have peace.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with Keonteh, Alexander, and Lionel Ulmer. The two of you are trying to decide whether or not you're going to get married. You're both of reasonable age, 37 and 48. You've been together for 10 years. Still can't decide whether you should get married. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Alexander. Why don't you tell me, though you've been together 10 years and though you love him, why you have concerns about this union?
Well, the reason why I have concern about it is because in the 10 years that we've been together, there's been infidelity on his part, not on my part. Our lack of communication towards each other, our intimacy has took a drastic. Just stop. Yeah.
Just stop?
Well, not stop, but just.
There's not much.
Yeah, it's not much anymore as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
that's enough right there. We can work with that list right there, Mr. Ulmer. Do you admit to any infidelities on your part, or do you believe that she is unnecessarily jealous?
Well, yes, Your Honor, I do believe that. I also do admit to cheating emotionally, and I explain that to Keonteh.
Okay, tell me how you cheated emotionally.
You know, Keonteh was my best friend. You know, I confided in her in every which way, but when she started bringing all our problems to the bedroom and just in our house, in our everyday, you know, 24/7, you know, those problems were never reset. You know, I met someone and we talked, never sexually, just as friends, you know, and I confided in her and I talked to her, believe it or not, about Keonteh and myself. Mm-hmm. Keonteh talked to this young lady and she told her that we didn't have sex.
The only reason why she talked to me is because we were on date night and the lady approached us while we were on our date and was like, so this is the reason why you can't call me and all this because you're with her, speaking about me. And I'm looking at her like, who are you? And I'm looking at him like, who is this? Why does she feel comfortable to become?
She come in and confront you.
No, she confronted him
about you.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there looking for him to explain something, say something. Still nothing. He just laughing about it. So the lady proceeds on telling me like they had a relationship for over a year. Okay, over a year. And in that year, I had ended up getting pregnant. Had our third child, which was our youngest, and I mean, just
Mr. Ulmer, your story kind of blew up on you then.
Your Honor.
Did that occur? Did that occur? Did that woman step to you at the restaurant and say, so this is the reason why you can't call?
Yes, ma'am, she did. But, you know, in my defense, I didn't do anything physical with her. And secondly, the reason why she was that way is because she wanted to be with me. And when I found out her intentions, I stopped talking to her. And her friends seen me with her
Let me tell you something, Mr. Ulmer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to choose to believe you and give you some advice.
Okay.
Whenever you bring your problems with your wife to a single woman, she's trying to get you. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what she's trying to do. Mm-hmm. More likely than not. And you talk to a married woman and all this kind of stuff, but you know, if she's single and out there, you know, she see, he might get freed up. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Now, Mr. Ulmer, can you talk to me about the lack of intimacy in your marriage?
Yes, there isn't.
There isn't a lack of intimacy, or there isn't any intimacy?
There isn't any intimacy.
What happened?
She just brings everything, our problems to the bedroom, you know, and I feel like this. Keonteh, she puts everything in one basket, you know, so it's her responsibility, our sex life, the way she feels about me, her temperament, her attitude, everything is just in one basket. But I'm saying if we making a move towards the future, at what point do we push reset? Now,
in other words, she never forgives you for anything.
Never.
That's not. No.
Is that true?
No, that's not true. I forgive him for a lot of things. Like I forget, but when he constantly keeps doing the same thing over and over and over, it's hard to.
Well, give me another infidelity story.
Okay. I was going. 2011. I was going to school, and we. Of course, I probably shouldn't, but I snuck and looked in his phone, you know, because I had already had my feelings or whatever.
Everybody in here does it to you. Go ahead.
And I found other numbers. I found other numbers and things, and I happened to call the girl. You know, she was honest. She said nothing happened between them, but you know, it was late night. Another night, he went out, and him and the girl was talking or whatever, and then there's just like, there's so many, and then I feel like the girl.
I'm going to relieve you there for a moment. Mr. Ulmer, do you have a whole lot of women friends and engage in friendships and meaningful relationships with other women, even though they may not be sexual?
No. Well, I guess that's kind of, can you say no and yes?
I'm going to let you and see if you can back it up. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I say no because my heart and everything is with Keonteh, but I say yes in the fact that it's sad to say this, but you know, if you work 120 hours in 1 week and you have this person who's just friendly and just talk to you, you know, I miss that sometimes. I mean, I'm worn, I'm beat to the ground, you know, with all my money going to my family and everything.
Listen, both of you are right and both of you are wrong, and it's neither one of y'all's fault, and I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. Whether I just think you should marry or not, I can tell you how to fix that. I see that right there.
Last year we planned on getting married. We were supposed to go to Vegas, have our bachelor party Saturday, get married on Sunday. Then we were supposed to leave Monday and go to Puerto Rico. All of a sudden he was like, no, we're not going to Puerto Rico. Me and the boys planned on going to Puerto Rico. After that,
let me explain that. How did that happen? Ms. Alexander, you say he goes out at all hours of the night and comes home all hours in the morning. Is that true?
Yeah, there'll be times when he'll go out. He's got this one friend that he'll go out with, and he'll leave about 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then I already know the whole routine because he'll be nice to me that whole day and everything, like try to sugarcoat it. And then give me my kids before he leaves. And then he'll be like, I'll be back. His be back is 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, what are you doing? And then when I stopped trying to confront him about it because it's no use. Because it's always, well, your attitude, I always get the blame for why he stayed out all night.
Why he stays out all night. Mr. Ulmer, do you go out and stay out all night a lot?
Well, no, I don't think so because I'll give you an example, Your Honor. If I leave at 11 or 12 at night because actually the party is from 1 to 5, then I won't leave at 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
You have people who've had parties from 1 to 5?
Well, yeah.
Right, you feel me?
Yeah.
Really?
I'll give you an example. My buddy, he had a masquerade party. His party was from 1 to 5 because
in the morning?
Yeah, because he turned 50 at, say, the 13th. So he wanted to start his party the second he turned 50. So
I got you. 1 to 5.
But you know, Your Honor, I want to have fun, and I took Keonteh. If you asked her and I, when we went out, like I told you, the lady accosted us at 3:45 in the morning. So the thing, which this is something I even preach to all my friends. Your woman can't get mad at you if you take her out and show her where you are and how you can stay out to 5. So I've taken Keonteh out too many times, and me and her came home at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So
I hear what you're saying to me, Mr. Ulmer. Ms. Alexander, you say that he turned a honeymoon weekend into a weekend for the guys.
Okay, we were last year we planned on getting married. This was the itinerary. We were supposed to go to Vegas. Have our bachelor party Saturday, get married on Sunday. Then we were supposed to leave Monday and go to Puerto Rico. I was talking to my family about it. And then all of a sudden he was like, no, we're not going to Puerto Rico. Me and the boys planned on going to Puerto Rico. I said, how you and the boys plan on going to Puerto Rico when that was supposed to be our honeymoon to go? So After that,
Let him explain that. How did that happen?
When we first made this thing, me and my buddy had already planned to go to Puerto Rico as a guy's trip, as a bachelor party.
Right.
And then I was taking Keonteh to Hawaii. So we were supposed to elope to Vegas, have all our friends come there, then we were gonna go to Hawaii. But see, you know, that's the vindictiveness that I can't take. Once she felt however she felt, because I will not disrespect this courtroom, but Puerto Rico in Labor Day weekend, it's when everybody goes there.
Right.
Superstars, everybody. So they named it something, her and her friends. And they collectively got together and male bashed me to where she turned it around and said that I was supposed to take her to Puerto Rico.
Because that's what he said. We were supposed to go to Puerto Rico.
Well, did you ever have a discussion about Hawaii?
After he made up this whole, it came a boys thing. So then we were supposed to go to Hawaii. But then I said, forget it. If I can't go where it's supposed to be my way, and if I can't go where I want to go, which was Puerto Rico, because he was like, because this his thing. Like, if he goes somewhere for the first time, he wants to take me with him. But how did it turn into, okay, that'd be the first time you went to Puerto Rico, but you want to take your boys? That didn't even make sense.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, I'm so done with Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Last year I had surgery. I had brain surgery. I was in there for a total of 7 days. He came one time while I was in there. And then when I got out of the hospital, he brought me home and he had to go to work. Okay, you should take that day off.
Do you feel like you were there for her, or did she just, is her perception of what you did wrong? Mr. Ulmer, you were dying to say something. What is it?
You know, for me, the two biggest things I'm here is, one, because I totally respect you and I love how you straight down the middle, and we agreed that whatever you come up with, that's my final draw, because I feel that she is just so ungrateful, and it's her way. I made a monster out of this woman, and it's my fault because I adhere to everything that she wants, and in the moment that I don't, then it's temper tantrum, there's no cleaning, there's no loving,
sex,
there's no
nothing.
affection.
Everything is shut down.
Most women, they say, I'll still do my job, and you sleep on the couch.
Okay. So, Mrs. Alexander, I understand that you don't feel that he was supportive when you had brain surgery. Am I right?
Yeah, I have what it's called chiari malformation, and which I had to have. Last year I had surgery. I had brain surgery. He took me, stayed there until I got out. I was in there for a total of 7 days. A day and a half in ICU, and the rest on the regular floor. He came one time while I was in there. I respect the fact that he works, he takes care of us, but still, you work at night, you wake up in the morning, and you know what I'm saying? You wake up, and then when I got out of the hospital, he brought me home, and he had to go to work. Okay, you should have took that day off. You should have took that day off. I just got out of the hospital. My head split all the way. You know what I'm saying? I got steri strips from down to the middle of my neck, and I got to still. You left my.
No, I got the picture.
Right.
I got the picture. I understand. I want to get Mr. Ulmer's side. Did you hear what she just said? Do you feel like you were there for her, or did she just? Is her perception of what you did wrong?
Yeah, and I was there for her in all other ways versus being in a hospital, because I was executive chef at a company where I had to work there 60, 70 hours a week, and then I had to come home, and she's in the hospital, so I have to attend to my children, and I have to, if you know, they want you right back to work at 7. So I was there in every way that I could be there for her. But
so you were holding down the fort.
But it hurt me to my heart to see her, so I refused. I mean, I didn't refuse, but I'm saying I can make sure that her kids was right. I can make sure that her house was right. I can make sure her bills was paid, that she come home to lights and everything else. But no, I did not want to see her with no 17 gashes in her head and no bandages on her head. I just wanted to know that.
You know what, Mr. Ulmer, you got to man up at times like that. You really, really do. And I understand that you have to hold down the fort and all that kind of stuff, and he probably couldn't come and see you as often as you would like, but he couldn't come and see you sometime. And that was wrong. You know, you man up. If it's something ugly or something hard to look at, it's something difficult to see, what are you going to do? Your kid, knocks his head open, he's bleeding. Oh, I don't want to look at it. You can't do that. You got to be a man. That's when being a man counts. You understand what I'm saying? As bizarre as it may seem, I like you two, and I think you two can be good together. And I think I understand the nature of the problem. What happened was, whether or not he was unfaithful in the beginning, I don't know. The chicken and the egg, you know, sometimes you don't know what comes first, but at some point you became jealous, insecure, and angry. And all that anger became constant, and it didn't just revolve around the one issue. It shut you down completely emotionally from him. You didn't have no holler for him in any way, shape, or form because you were angry and you were hurt. And so this man, without any emotional connection to you, says, well, heck, I gotta get it somewhere. Then he goes talk to a woman. You find out he's talking to that woman. You get mad all over again. And you shut down. And in every way, shape, and form. And he got not saying that he's right to talk to these other women, but after a while, it becomes a revolving circle. You can't get off angry, and you can't get no love, and you can't get together. I believe he's right when he says we need to press the reset button. I believe you should say, you know what? From today forward, I'm not going to talk about any of that other stuff he did. Not going to do it. And from today forward, I'm going to make sure that I have enough presence in my home before you have presence out with your boys. You might not be able to do everything that you want all of the time, but you're going to have to spend extra time with her, letting her know that she's the #1 chicken in your life because she is very, very insecure. And you can change that. You have the power to do it. And then what you do is you have a conversation with the man about your concerns instead of just shutting him off. You know, don't push him into the street. Say, I'm hurt by, and then you can talk about it. But if you can't get over your hurt now, what's the point in staying? He'll never be emotionally satisfied, and you'll never be emotionally satisfied. I don't think it's not fixable. You have to decide from today forward, I'm going to live this different life. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a bad dude. Mm-hmm. And she's not a crazy chick. She's coming off as a crazy chick and too much, but you can stop that. You won't be able to do it right away, but you need to walk yourself off that crazy and allow him to love you again. You with me?
Yes.
Because you love him, you want him, right?
Very much.
You don't like it is, right?
No.
So the only thing you have the power to change is you. So change you. What's the worst that could happen? He stays the way he is and you bounce. Or he could like the new you.
Yes.
Did you hear anything I said before all that?
Yes, ma'am. Totally.
Did you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to call you in 2 months. What you going to have to say?
Probably thank you.
I'm going to give you this marriage certificate because I want you to go to marriage counseling before you use it. Let it expire, please, because you're not ready to do it. But once it expires, you go to marriage counseling, get it right, and then get it together. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Well, we have a lot of adjustments to make before we get married. I have to be more at home and be more involved and show her she's my #1 priority.
And I need to be less insecure and start trusting him more and be more open and communicate better.